everybody, my name is Drew and welcome back to more Feed the Beast. We are as always here hanging out in our base, working on stuff, and my, is that a big hole in the ground or is that a new building I spy? Why, that's actually a new building. I don't know why I transformed. I don't know why that was a thing that happened. Yeah, I built our building. We now have a proud home for our bees. Here, let's just drop down to the ground. Boop. And this is our new bee labs. I don't know about you, but hey, get out of here. You don't belong here. Direct. Yeah, come here, buddy. Yep. Yeah, okay. Pat? Okay. I don't know where you went, but you went somewhere there, Kem. Alright, anyway. I'm going to assume that I win that fight and move on with life. But yeah, I built our new bee labs. Let's go back over here real quick. Where the hell did he end up? And as you can see, it's a giant honeycomb shape, slightly modified from the very first version I was making. I don't know where this dude went. I want to kill him, though. I need to kill him. Whatever, I win that fight. So yeah, anyway, it's all done up here. You can see it's a nice little honeycomb pattern. It's slightly modified in that it used to be, there was a notch in here to make this sort of a more pronounced hexagonal shape, or honeycomb shape rather. I decided to flatten those out just to make the walls look a little nicer. As you can see, it's quite good. All of the rooms are connected nicely. You can see you can go around the whole edge. Each room has the ability to get into the center, and vice versa. Everything works out very, very lovely. Obviously, we'll be putting machinery like in here, on the walls. Most of our machinery will likely be centered around the middle of the room, which will be kind of weird, but you will get used to it. I may end up putting these walls back down and instead making that you have to go to a central chamber to get in, but I kind of like the way this is working. And obviously we're going to replace the walls. I don't want this to stay cobblestone for very long. And in fact, we're going to be working towards that goal today. But first of all, let's take a quick look at our industrial apiary and see how this guy is running. So right now, you can see it's using 20 RF per tick. Everything looks hunky-dory and normal, and we have ourselves a pristine forest queen. These are empty. Ignore those guys. Testing purposes only. There are a load of different upgrades. Like I mentioned, upgrade in the previous episode, starting with the most important stuff, like the automation. So the cool thing with automation, it will increase everything has an increase in the amount of stuff you use. The two most common ones that I use are sealant upgrade, protection from rain, and the automation upgrade. Automation is nice because as soon as this queen has done her production cycle, everything's going to end up in this little output spot. With automation, it'll automatically take any princesses that are generated and any drones and put them back into the production slot so that this apiary will keep producing until each of these resource slots is completely full. So we're going to look at some of those upgrades today. Power-wise, we're running just off of the enhanced energy conduit. It should be sufficient. I mean, this takes 100,000 RF, but our transfer rate into the upstairs system is pretty good. We're also going to go ahead and make ourselves another one of these bad boys right here, the travel anchors. I was looking at faster ways to get around. There's really not many, unfortunately. At least I don't think of them as better. There's some stuff that you can use maybe with, Mistcraft. Is it Mistcraft? Yeah, Mistcraft. And there's some RF tools, transporter, translocator, something like that. It's a trans something or other. And it does a pretty good job, but it kind of gets funky with the transportation, mostly because you can't have an in and out on the same block, obviously, because it's an out block, in block. It gets to be a pain in the butt. There is, however, the option of using sync to get around, which I don't think we have sync in his pack. No, we don't. So we don't have sync, so ignore what I said. But we'll be using a travel anchor. So let's make ourselves a travel anchor. I probably need to make a pulsating Ooh, do I have any... I wonder if I have... No, that's not what I wanted. I wonder if I've got any more. I do. Good. Ooh. Thank goodness. Right, one of these, one of those. Boop. Thank you very much. And we'll make a travel anchor. And then I need to make an Ender IO staff of traveling. Which might be a little more... Oh, because I need the soul binder for that, don't I? Ew. Unless I've found one somewhere. Which I don't think I have. Used to find these things all of the time in chests. Oh, I did. Hot diggity daffodils. So you can see right there, I can see stuff. But we're going to need to charge this bad boy up. So let's go ahead and do that. Pop that in there. And how's this guy doing? Running at a -1 loss. Does not keep me happy. But these are moving at maximum production, keeping these all nice and fed. And we're actually at a surplus, it looks like. Look at that. We're actually doing good things. Everything's good. They're all at max heat. Everything's happy. Everything's fantastic. You are currently off as well. So there you go. Our power situation is actually pretty much okay. And this is steadily producing what we want and getting rid of excess. So we're doing pretty good here. Let's grab that staff of traveling. So the nice part now is if I grab the staff of traveling into my hand, I can easily get to the ground, under, base, and shortly our friends the bees. Ground. Oop, nope, I want base under. So why don't we go over here? And a good spot to put this likely would be right around here, actually. So why don't we call it right here? Or do I want to set it a little further back? No, I want it fairly close. And, hey, where'd that travel anchor go? Hi. Okay. Now, how far away can I see? Oh, I can. Fairly good distance, too. Excellent. Did I not make a travel anchor? Oh, I put it away. That's why. Duh. Okay, there we go. So I can see the base there. I can't see... Oh, I can. Look at that. Isn't that just a handy? Oh, so good. So very, very good. So we'll go over here. And we'll say this guy, which is... Come on. Bees. Bees. So that should be labeled as bees. And I can get to the base. And if I'm here, I can look at it and go, I want bees. And there we go. Super useful. Although it takes quite a bit of power to use. Ooh! Was not expecting to do that. That's interesting. Alright, let's just throw that guy back in there. So our power situation is pretty much A-okay. We're running power down there, so let's take a look at how we're going to get about actually easily building in that room. And it's going to be with our friend Thaumcraft. I have this tank of water that I have no use for in my inventory. I'm just going to sit you somewhere. There, you can go right there. Okay, so let's go back over here. And do I have my Thaumonomicon on me? No, I don't. But I think it's in here. It is. Thank you. So we're going to be making a neat item. If it's there, it is. The Wand of Equal Trade is what we're going to be making. Wand Focus. I just need paper and scribing. I've got the scribing tools. I just need the paper. So why don't we get rid of the things we don't need in our inventory? Get rid of you. Like, we don't need that. We don't need you. The clear glass can go away for now. Tulips. Order shards. That guy. That guy. Perfect. Alright, and let's grab some paper, which we're just going to leave in there, and grab our research, and we're going to make this guy up real quick. Let's take a look. Wand of Equal Trade. So you can see we have to link up somehow. Percutio, or is that Percutio? Where are you? Or Permutatio. Permutatio, Terra, and Catantio. So magic, change, and earth. How on the devil are we going to do that? Well, this is made out of Ordo and Chaos Perdido. And obviously Terra is a base element. So we're going to need something that can link Ordo and that. Herba would be good. What's magic? Vacuous or... Okay, so there's our link right there. So potentially I can go here. And I can get Ordo. And then I can get more of you, Tenebrae. Oh, right, no, I can't. What is Vacuo made out of? Oh, it's made out of that, too. What's the thing that's made out of... Because I need to make something that'll link to both, right? Have you... Have that. Perdido. And now I need to link Perdido with that. Oh, I can use Vacos or Victus easily enough. Can I not make you? I thought it was shift click to make. Apparently I don't have that unlocked yet. Good to know. So I only have one Victus. That's not so good. What else is made of Terra and that guy? Herba's got Terra in it. I bet I could just link... What is Victus made out of? Hold up. That's got Terra, but I need to link it to Ordo somehow. Oh, that would work. You run out of ink. Oh, scribing tools, ink. We'll fill that later. We'll just swap them out for now, and we'll grab kind of like this. Ordo. We can put a this guy like that. We'll have an Ordo here and here. There it goes. Bond of equal trade. Booyah. Now how the heck do I make the name thing? If we take a look, well, that's actually not bad. We're going to need some Quicksilver, Balanced Shard. So this is something new. I've never had to work with this before. This is one of the newest elements of this thing. So how the hell do I make a Balanced Shard? 2 of each. Aqua. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 2. So of the 5 elements. So a mixed crystal cluster would probably do us really well here. So what if I make a mixed crystal cluster? Or a shard. Right? So if I scan this... no, that did not work at all. Scan it. Okay. So that didn't help me at all. It's 1 in each plus some other stuff. So if I use 2 of those, we'll have some extra. We're going to need to make a cauldron. Thank you. Oh, well, I made 64 of them. That's fine, because we can actually use these. Okay, so we're going to take 2 of those, and then we just need a random shard. I guess I'll grab a earth shard. And then what else the hell do we need? I think that's pretty much it. We'll use 2 of those. Everything else will go. We need to make a cauldron, so let's go ahead and make a cauldron. How do I How do I make a cauldron? C-O-U, coal. How the hell do I make... Whatever. I know how to make one. Forget that I did any of that. We're just going to forget. No, it's going to be that. Oh, C-A-U. Wow, I'm dumb. Anyway, moving on with life. So we're going to need this. We're going to need something that can burn. I don't have any niter, but I do have... Does a torch work? I think a torch will work. It's got to be over a heat source. Lava works, but I don't want to get lava involved. We're going to go, just for now, we'll stick it right like here. Oop, no. So put the torch there. Cauldron goes there. Now we take a wand, immediately right there. And now we right click. And, oh, I need a bucket of water. Don't do what I do, kids. This is bad practice. Bucket. B-U-C. I have no buckets. Really? I find that interesting. And moderately alarming that I have none. Now, it's useful to get a some sort of water source in whatever you're going to be working with. So there's something called the ever-flowing urn. Highly recommend that. Now, the question is, will you work and actually form a crucible? I don't know that it will, to be honest. It may very well not. So what we're also going to do here is put that guy a block lower. Yeah, that's looking like a no-go. Okay. That's fine. Where's my bucket? We'll grab the water or the lava and hope for the best on this. See, the best thing to use is niter, but we don't have any niter. We can make niter after we get the cauldron going, though. And then we can just throw a bit of niter there. We also need to get another indirect light source going. Especially for our bee area. Because I don't want to ruin it with a whole bunch of crazy lights everywhere. Okay, let's go here. And we're going to go like that. Nope. And there you go. Now, hopefully things don't catch on fire. This shouldn't. The wood should be far enough away. There we go. So what's going to happen is I'm going to dump 2 of these crystal clusters in here. There's 1. There's 2. And I don't get a balance shard. Why not? Why I don't get balance shard? Wait, how the hell do I make a balance shard then? Isn't it any? Air, fire, water, earth. Oh, maybe you're specific. Okay, so I'm going to go to the drawing board here, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, we're back, and I went and found ourselves some shimmer leaf, and I was able to make the balance shard. What I was doing wrong was using the... that's not good. I was using the mixed crystal clusters, which are not a good item to use for making... What fell in there? They're not a good item to use, is sort of the short answer there. You need to use regular shards. But I went and found some shimmer leaf, because we need some quicksilver, and I got some more bees as well. While I was out and about, let's sleep real quick. And then we'll go ahead and we'll make the wand of equal trade, and I'll show you how it works and how it's going to make making our bee lab, and realistically anything else we want to make. Super easy, because we can build out a cobblestone, and well, you'll see. Let's find, we needed some quartz. We needed quartz. Alright, let's grab our 4 quartz. And then I hope we have enough to make this. So the quartz goes like such with our 4 balanced shards. I'm probably doing this wrong. And that guy in the middle. Oh no, we're good. Alright, let's grab our iron wand. Which is right here. I'll throw that up. And insufficient V. What are we missing? Ordo. We need Ordo. I believe there is a Ordo or a node around here somewhere. Oh, and there goes music. Fantastic. I don't see it. I think it's over on the other side, though. Come on, charge up. There we go. Where are you? There should be a big creeper hole, too. Wherever it was. Now, there you can see one of those parched hives I was telling you about, or modest hives. But where is... There it is. Right there. And this should have pretty to an ordo in it. Wonderful. charge our iron wand up here. Perfect. And actually, while we're at it, we'll grab our gold wand and we'll charge it more up. I really should research the charging stuff because right now that node has effectively lost its ordo, right? Hopefully it will recover. If it doesn't, I will be sad. Ooh, this is a good order node too. And this guy. Sometimes it doesn't go. You can see right there it was draining, but nothing was actually happening. Sometimes that will happen. Anyway, let's go back to base, and we will throw one of these wands on the pedestal, and we'll see what we get with this guy right here. Okay, enough. Never mind. Stop. Focus on the task at hand. No getting sidetracked. But yeah, I think the building has turned out really nicely for both the Thaumcraft and for the bees. And I went ahead and I also filled it. What a mess. So you can't really leave your crucibles for too long with stuff in it or else they overflow. And nasty things happen. Now this is the easiest way to get rid of flux. There's other methods to get rid of it too. And actually there's a whole branch of Thaumcraft research, I think, devoted to making that happen. Anyway, let's go over here. Iron capped one. Does gold work? Oh, it does. Beautifully. Alright, we got that guy. And iron capped one. Now, if I go like this, ta-da, there it is. So if I wanted to, say, use nothing but cobblestone, we'll go down and I'll show you how this works. And we'll put our bees to work. So I shift click on a block and you'll see in the upper left corner, right around there, it'll say 32 blocks because I've got 32 pieces of cobblestone in my inventory. Now if I left click on a block, look at that, it changes just like magic. If I right click on a block, here's where it gets kind of neat. It changes a bunch at a time. How cool is that? Why do I have... oh, right, because it's breaking the cobblestone that's replacing. So it breaks stuff, it replaces it, yada, yada, yada. You know how all of that kind of stuff works. But how cool is that? Look at that. Look at it go. And I keep replenished because it's replacing the cobblestone as it goes. And then once we want to change this to, say, a wood, if we change wood. Now, keep in mind, it does take V to do it. But as you can see, it doesn't take too much. Oh, right, that's got glass on it now. I can't do that. It doesn't take too much in order to actually replace it. But let's grab some wood real quick. And it works with pretty much any material that you want. But yeah, that's pretty much how it works. Let's actually grab some glowstone. We'll grab you. Do I want bricks or regular? We'll go regular. So why don't I drop this guy? We'll tell it that's what I want. Did I get 4? No, I didn't. Oh well. And if I wanted to replace stuff easily, like say, I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm going to surround the top of this with glowstone. So say I do it like this. And it keeps up with how fast you move as well, so that's pretty cool. So now all of a sudden we've got glowstone up top. I could use glowstone bricks. I may end up actually using the glowstone bricks just because they are a little more aesthetically pleasing. But you get the idea of how this will work. Let's just... You can see there it takes a little bit of Terra and Ordo. And we can go across here. Eventually I'll fill the gaps in on the sides. There you go, and we'll actually go 1, 2, 3. So like that. And now, not only do we get some extra light, which is important, we also get an easy way to do it. How awesome is that? Poopy. Nuts to that. Make sure you're not doing stupid stuff with your glowstone. And we got 6 left. So you can see how this works. It is super, super awesome. It'll light everything up. Let's go ahead and put our bees in, and then we'll call this a day. Doesn't feel like we did a whole lot, but we did enough. So you can see right there, 1 forest princess, 3 forest drones. Let's go ahead. We'll put another forest princess and a drone in this one. And we'll go ahead and put our meadows in this one. So the last thing we'll do, super fast before we go, is we're going to make some upgrades real quick. I'll show you how to do that, and then we'll call it a day. Next episode, we're going to go on to some Gendustry stuff, if possible. I got to look at what we need, but we should have enough to do it. Let's go ahead and go upgrades. Upgrade it real quick. And you can see there's a whole host of different upgrades, all built on these upgrade frames. So I'm going to go ahead and make a whole bunch of those. Grab an upgrade frame, like such. We'll make about 10 of them because we don't need a ton to start. Now, a lighting upgrade would be useful to make the bees work at night, but the one I'm most interested in is the automation upgrade. So we need to make a bronze gear. We need 3 of them because we've got 3 hives going right now. And then we need to go, where'd that go? There it is. And then everything else should just go like that. So now we can go back down, and you'll see how it affects our hives. It does increase the power usage. Now, obviously, if you go into the crazy upgrades, like genetic stabilizer, which is important when you're working with bees that have extreme mutations, or you've really mutated the DNA strands, because sometimes when you do crazy things to them, does not go as according to plan as you would like. Okay, now did that do it? No, it did not. But that's okay. Put that there. Put him there. Actually, we'll put all 3 of them there for now. And you can see it'll go pretty quickly. It'll go back to breeding. And you'll see that right now we're using 22 RF instead of 20 because it's got a 5% increase, or no, 10% increase. The other one has 5. But the other ones you'll likely want to use early on is a lighting and the rain seal. So that's 2 more, leaving you a 3rd upgrade to do whatever you need to do, which is great when you're starting to get into breeding off bees a little more extremely, or getting into new types of bees. So, for example, we're in a fairly innocuous biome, which means both these... Oop, come on. There we go. So both these guys will work, but if we were to have, say, water bees, or maybe some of these mystical bees, or whatever, it may not exactly work. So we can use these in order to simulate. So this will simulate an ocean, or hell, or there's a desert emulation. And they're relatively easy to make, actually, unlike the Agrarian Skies variants. And that's fantastic news for us. Eventually they'll get more flowers, which we'll pick up and we'll move. I haven't really picked a sort of style to put them in yet, because we're still kind of early on. But what I'm going to end up doing is we're going to have these rooms divided into sort of different ideas. Like we'll have a base bee, because it's always good to have basic bees, because they're a source of DNA, which we'll get into, and B, just a general good purpose thing to have to make honey and the other things. And then we'll like specialize rooms, because the nice part is we can get a lot of different hives going. And we can even segregate stuff. So like we can have like 1 room devoted to our angry bees or whatever. And everything we'll get rolling next episode with Gendustry and more hives. But anyway, guys, as usual, if you like the episode, you know what to do. Go ahead and click that like button. As always, you can find more work I have done in the description box below. And of course, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day. Bye-bye.